Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a Neuvillette listener by me. So let's get into it. Neuvillette did not know what a period was. That was why he was struggling right now, as he told him that it happened monthly and he should be understanding of the pain that you were going through. Not that he was not trying to be, but he simply didn't know what it was. The Melusines did not have one. And he and Lady Farina were not that close. Not to mention, she always pretended not to be human. So he's never had anyone actually experience this and ask for his help. So he had no idea what it was, or how it could be, and how it impacted others. So for you to be in so much pain just because of that, it was a bit puzzling for him. How come something so painful has to happen every single month? It felt a little bit unfair, but it wasn't like he could actually fight with biology or anything like that. It was just the way that things were. So, all he could do now was do his best to help you and support you. And he wanted to do that, but there had to be a little bit of understanding to be had at first, before anything else. And that's why he was right now looking at you and feeling a little bit stuck and confused. So, you want to tell me that you are bleeding as we speak? Yes, Neuvillette. Could you just go and get me some things? I'll write you a list. He nodded. That was the least that he could do. So he took that list from you, and before he knew it, he was back with a lot more things too. He wasn't sure if it was too little or if there was anything more he can get. And so, he just wanted to get as much as possible just to make sure you have everything you need. And so, when he was finally back, you looked at him and smiled, wrapping his arms around him. Oh, Neuvillette? I think you got a little bit too much. What are all these things? Well, I just wanted to make sure you had the things you needed, and they were adequate. I just want to make sure that you've got everything. Please, Wayan, don't think much of it. Although you were quite sure that you bought the most expensive things, even when it came to the brands of chocolate. But what could you do? Neuvillette would always be insistent on spoiling you and giving you the best of the best, and there was nothing else you could do about that. What you could do, though, was kiss him and sit down on the couch, cuddling close to him. Thank you, Nivi. Seriously, I don't know what I'd do without you. Well, I am glad that you like my effort, but seriously, I do want to know more about periods, just so I am more well equipped to handle it. You're not gonna be handling anything. I'm the one having the period. But if you want to ask questions, then I can answer some that I already know you have. No, I'm not having any blood loss. This is completely natural, as I said. And, well, it just keeps on going for sometimes a week, sometimes 3 days. It really depends. And, well, it can be very painful. It is sometimes for me. Sometimes for some other people, it can be completely painless. It really depends on the person. Usually I take painkillers, just to lessen the pain a little bit. And I apply heat pads over my body. That way I can feel a little bit better. It helps. I see. And since it's a hormonal matter, then it seriously must affect your mood. Is that right? Correct, Nivi. You're doing so well. But for the most part, I tend to be pretty controlled. Sometimes I do get moody though. And that's actually primarily because, well, it does make me feel really horrible. He wraps his arms around you tightly, kissing your cheek. I'll make sure it doesn't feel as horribly then. I'll be here for you. I don't want you going through this alone, he said, and he blushed, smiling. I know, Neuvillette. You're the sweetest. I truly cannot deny what you do for me. It means the world. I'm glad you think so. But, seriously, do you think what I'm doing is enough? Of course it's enough. I'm really grateful that you're here with me, Neuvie, and that you're doing all of this. It means the world to me. I seriously don't know where I'd be without you. Back then, having to take care of myself, well, I could do it, but it was tiring. It's much better with you here, you say, smiling. He loves that. He loves your smile, but moreover, he loves being with you and being able to do things that make you happy, being able to help you in any way. That smile on your face and the way you look so happy, it's very precious to him, and he would do anything just to see it again. And that means, well, that means that he will take good care of you, the best. And that's why he got you the heat pack, putting it on your lap, and then holding your hand and stroking your hair, letting you cuddle close as you watched the movie. What you wanted right now was to simply relax, and Neuvillette was more than happy about you doing that. He would not let you do any chores, even though he is not really someone to have a lot of free time as the Eudex. He will make time for them, just so he can get around to doing everything. And even if he can't, surely one of the Melusines will be more than happy to help. And he is more than relieved that they don't have to deal with this. Seriously, periods sound like a lot of work. He can't imagine every human who is a female having to put up with that. But it appears that that was the way. He's honestly more surprised than he should be about Lady Farina hiding this, but that's another thought for another day. He's more worried about you now, and he's hoping that it's not painful for you this time around.